Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live stream, our weekly Fridays options streams. So, this was an eventful week, for lack of better words. Wanted to know how are you guys with these markets, with with the meltdown that we had in Ethereum. How are you guys doing? How is your portfolio? Did anyone get huge losses? If you follow me on social, you know that it was a loss for me. The first loss since October. October, like after October, November, December, January, February, we had no losses whatsoever. I was in a roll, on a roll. So it was very sad for me to have a red day. You know, not a big fan of these. Let me show you the positions. Let me show you what happened. How much did I lose? And I'm gonna show you some updates. Which, if you follow me, if you were watching last Friday or actually this Monday, you know what I'll be talking about. I got a little bit more details, a little bit more alpha to share with you. So, without further ado, let's go and look at Lira right here. So let me switch this. Welcome, James. Welcome, Sleep Money Maker. Thank you guys for joining today. So we're gonna be looking at Lira. What is going on here with Lira? So basically, what happened is if you scroll to 4 hours is better. Actually, 15 minutes week. Okay, so if you don't know what happened, Ethereum or pretty much 100% of these of crypto went down. We can see that better here on TradingView. But yesterday, after hours for me, so I was already off from my computer, I started receiving messages, hey, Ethereum is falling, Bitcoin is falling, and they did indeed. So they fell a lot, and it broke right through my my strike. You can see just a couple of hours before, so maybe like 8 hours before the expiration. Actually, a little bit more because it was night. It wasn't early morning for me. It was last night. So I think like 10-ish hours from expiration, it went right through the 1450 strike that I had sold. If you remember, I sold. I made a short strangle. So what I did was I sold a 1700 and a 1450, and it was very safe since the beginning for until Thursday. So until Thursday, the whole week, deltas were very low. Delta for this one, the delta got all the way to 0.05 or 0.04 actually. So very low deltas, and then Ethereum just moved very fast. I'm not gonna stay here to speculate why. We have a bunch of news. We have banks getting defaulted. We have centralized exchanges going downhill, like losing money, going bankrupt. We have taxations from Biden on mining, on all these sort of things. All these news that came out this week, they're not very bullish for us. They're not very bullish for us. So we've suffered a little bit. Hello, Mort. Welcome to live stream. So what ended up happening is loss. Let me show you how painful this is. If we go right here, you can see that a month's worth of profits went downhill. So you can see in just a few hours, all these profits that we had for the last month, which was over $150, they got denied. Pretty much I got denied these. So if I go to history right here, you can see all the history profitable since October, as I said, and we lost $117. $117, which hurts a lot. So the opening price was 818, but the actual price that I closed, that I got settled at was over 40 bucks. And funny thing is, at 5 p.m. my time, or actually at 4 p.m. my time, it was 20 cents. So it went from 20 cents all the way to $40 in just a couple of hours. This is amazing. There's a lot of people who were prepared, who were online when this started happening, and they prepared themselves by buying puts, buying instead of shorting, instead of selling options, they just bought these options. So there's a lot of people who made tons of money with little investment just because there was huge movements in the market. So a lot of people made tons of money with it. And you can see right here the $117 that we lost. So it is, yes, sad for us, but it was only 1 month worth. As Sleep Moneymaker and I, we always keep telling each other, it is a slow but consistent run, and we've seen that this run has been consistent since November, no losses. So this was a one-off case of the market just reacting very, very fast to these news. The markets pretty much got scared. So this is what ended up happening. So another thing that I wanted to show you guys here is the spreadsheet that I made. I'm going to show you these that are mine, and I'm going to show you the template that I'm going to be sharing with the Sleep Money the Sleep Money Club. So if you're part of the Sleep Money Club, we're gonna have our own section for crypto options over there. I'm gonna be sharing this spreadsheet as well, the course, which is already free for members. So if you wanna get a login for the course, just hit me out. Just hit me on Discord. I'll make sure you get the Discord the course. But take a look at the spreadsheet right here. So we've started right now since November. This is when I started to write down these options, and I just created this so it is better for everyone who's trying to keep up. Instead of having to go to the dashboard on Lyra, you can have this offline, you can have this on your smartphone, whatever. It's way better for you to track your positions. You have a nice dashboard, and this is just the V1. So a couple of things that I want to show you here is that since November, we are up, even by losing in March. We're negative in March by losing $62 in March. So far, we're up 24%. So 24% in a little over 4 months. So very, very profitable. 24% is already beating the stock market, is already beating just by holding specific tokens. And the projection is that if we compound this, if we keep compounding our current capital, keep on at an average yield, this average yield here is calculated by all the previous options that we sold or we bought. This is an average. We are gonna be projecting a 193% income. We're gonna have a 193% return on our investment, which again, you know what I think about projecting these numbers. They're kind of misleading in some way, but they do they're here to make sure you don't lose your focus, because these are indeed very profitable strategies. We have very profitable strategies, very safe strategies, and you can see that we can make money. We can make lots of money with this. So this is calculating by here is the formula if you want to know how do we calculate the projected income, and this is by not adding or withdrawing any money from here. So we're not putting any money from our pockets, and we're not taking any money from the current capital. So this is what I have for Lyra, and you can see now I'm going to show you my spreadsheet for SyncQuote. So you can see that for Lyra, my average yield since November was 2.09, not 2.09 actually, so 2.1 rounded. And this is what I want to show you for SyncQuote. Unfortunately, I don't have enough data just because we have been playing with margin mode. So we had to, I lost some of these trading histories that we've made. So with the current data that I have from SyncQuote, my projected yield, my average yield, sorry, is 3.51%. So still very close to the current capital, but we started in February. So in February and March, so far we've made more than these whole months combined with Lira, because the whole month since the beginning that I've started to track this on Lira. Let me move the camera because I don't think you guys are able to see right here. So since the beginning, we've been up $324 on Lira. Of course, I've been trading on Lira for way longer, like since March or April, but because they had updates, I lost the data of all my trading over there. So I started from November, and with this, we've made 324 overall. This portfolio started with $500 and now it is at $1,624. And if we go to SyncQuote, we've made 443 so far in 1 month and a half, maybe. So really, really good stats here to prove that we're doing some amazing jobs here at SyncQuote to make sure everything is functional, everything is nice and ready for when we launch, which is going to be, we already opened the whitelist, so you can fill up an application to get whitelisted so you can start trying before everyone else. There's margin mode. I've been trying it since December now. It works perfectly. It allows you to leverage way more than with Lira, for example. I'm going to show you some stats now as well. And you can see very, very good here. You can put everything here in your spreadsheet. These the only thing you have to touch here is your initial capital, and on option history you can just put everything. If you're selling, if you're buying, you can see. I even added a couple of different assets, underlying assets for you to choose from. You can select if it is a call or a put, and here we have the returns that we have on our positions. We have two ROIs just because this first ROI right here on the left, it is the one using the collateral as a base to calculate the ROI, and this is using no leverage. So this is what is your ROI using leverage, and this is what your ROI would have been if you were using no leverage, so fully collateralized position. So you can see that it goes from a 1% to over 5%. You can see how much ROI we're getting here. If we go to Lira, for example, and we compare, you can see it is way less, even if we're still using leverage here as well. You can see that it is around the 2% mark. Of course, it works both for calls. It works both for short positions and long positions. You can see right here, I had this I had bought this Ethereum call right here. You can see that since we're not, there's no leverage, there's no, the collateral that you're depositing is actually the price that you're paying to buy these options. So you're only going to see one ROI, which is basic, so the difference between the price that you sold it for instead of the minus the price that you bought it for. This is your ROI. So very detailed. I put my all into this. I think you guys are gonna like it. If you have anything that is not working once I release it to the public, just let me know. We'll fix it, send it out. I'm already gonna start working on version 2 that should come out with the course, the updated course. It will be way prettier as well, more things to filter, to choose from, and this is how it will look when you get the spreadsheet. So you can see there's no information here. You don't have to fill anything here. You just have to put the initial capital, and then you start to writing down your positions. The day that you opened it, the expiration day, if you're gonna buy or sell, the assets, the size, everything. It's pretty straightforward. So I'm very excited about this. I put my all into this. It looks really good, if I say so myself. So now that we have this out of the way, let's take a look at what should we do for next week? What should we do for next Friday? So if you guys already opened any position, just let me know. Let's discuss a little bit what the markets are going to be. What do you think the markets are going to do after this huge meltdown? How do you think the market's going to react with these news that are going to be coming next week? We have the CPI, we have a bunch of news that are going to be coming, very important news that affect the market, both positive and negative. So let me give you a little bit of time for you to answer the question here down in the comments. Thank you for the effort into this tracker. No worries, man. No worries. By the way, Sleep Moneymaker, can you put right here? Can you write in the comments the range for this week? I have it on Discord. If you're not able to pull it up, I can just put it up if you want to, but it will be better so I don't get lost here if you could write it down for me, which has been amazing, pretty much. Sleep Moneymaker, the range now, I think we are, if I remember, week 13 or 14, and it has over 90%. Unfortunately, we no longer hold the 100% win rate, but it was an amazing profitability. So 92% so far. Yeah, last 13 weeks, success rate at 92%. So very, very profitable. Very huge data as well. So we're gonna keep using it. Sleep Moneymaker is gonna keep improving it. He's always tweaking and changing things, data, so we have the best range, the most accurate range, which it has been proven to be very accurate. And to be honest, with a market movement this hard, I don't even know if I can count it as a missed range, to be honest, because it was so unexpected. No one was waiting for the market to react this way. Austin, welcome to the live stream. If you could do a small walkthrough using Sleep Moneymaker's ranges. Okay, so the way that we use the ranges as an indicator, and then each and every one of us, they build their own research on top of it. So it is not a pay to earn indicator, the only indicator you're gonna need, and then you're just gonna go and use the indicator and you're gonna make money. No, you have to do your own. You need to have your own strategy. You need to have your own other indicator as well, because if you just use one, you're kind of missing the point of indicators. You need to have multiple things to choose from as well. Using a lot of people use macros, a lot of people use the news, fear and greed, whatever you're using. Each one has different things. I personally go for gamma. I use gamma analysis. I use open interest. I use data that we're going to be sharing here as well. If you're new, Austin, thanks the first time here in our live stream. So I use a combination of 3 or 4 indicators. So what we do is, once we have the range from let me go to the daily here. Once we have a range from Sleep Moneymaker, we go to our charts. So it is a 1352 to 1535. So this is the range. It works pretty much, not pretty much, it works close, like similar to what a Bollinger Band does. So this blue line right here, this blue channel right here, is a Bollinger Band indicator. You can see that the asset tends to stay inside of the channel. Once it extrapolates, once it goes outside, it tries to close inside the range again. So kind of similar to what the range from Sleep Moneymaker is. So we're gonna look at the range that he's given us. The 1352, so right around here, 1352, all the way to a 1535. So 1535. You can see it is a very tight range. It is a very tight range. If we hold shift here, it is around 11%, which when the market was sideways like it was last week, 11% range is very wide, but for this huge movement that we had, an 11% now looks kind of short, you know, looks kind of tight for a range. But we use this to determine for us sellers, we should sell outside of this range. It is our safe zone. We want every strike available outside. Now, it is up to you to think if you're bullish or if you're bearish, to choose to sell a call or a put. And it works either way depending on how much out of the money you go. Let me give you an example. Let's see if I can pull it up right here. Twitter. We have Crypto Ricardo, huge guy, amazing guy, and he also trades options. He's a close friend of mine. We always talk about crypto options. And if we go here, Ricardo, let me show. Even if we think differently, me and him sometimes we disagree where the market's gonna go, but we have similar results. He still has a 100% win rate since he started. After he did the course, he has 100% win rate, and majority of the time he does the opposite of what I do. So if I sell a put, he sells a call, and if he sells a put, I sell a call. The majority of the time we are inverted, but because it stays because Ethereum stays inside this range, because let's say he sold the 1700 and I sold the 1400, it creates a virtual range, and as long as Ethereum stays inside this virtual range, we both are profitable because we don't need to get direction right. We just need to predict where Ethereum or where the asset is not going to go. So this is one of the best things for me for about options, is that we don't need to get direction right. We just need to get where it is not going to go or what is not going to be. So you say you're personally bearish, okay? So what you want to do is you're going to go back to the charts right here, and you're going to look at the top range. So you're going to look at the 1535, and you want to sell a call above this, because if you're bearish, you think the market's going to go down. And so everything that you sell above the current price of Ethereum and above the current range that we have, you will be profitable if Ethereum goes indeed according to your plan, if Ethereum goes indeed down. So let's take a look at Arbitrum, let's take a look at Lira, and let's take a look at SyncQuote and see what do we have here to offer. I've already opened a position on SyncQuote, a very risky one, but again, SyncQuote is where I take my riskier things. I don't usually show those, opening those, just because that's a riskier trade that I'm willing to go for broke with that account. But the account that actually matters is the this one right here, the public one that I trade. Eventually, when we launch margin mode for everyone, so everyone can not copy trade, but everyone can use margin mode on SyncQuote, then we're gonna switch from Lira, just because on SyncQuote we have tons of strikes, more than on Lira, and we're gonna start to do our trading there. So let's take a look at what we have right now. Let's go with your strategy. You're bearish. You have a bearish sentiment of the market. So let's see what Ethereum has to offer. So we go here. We sell call for the 17th. So for next week, and we have above strike. So above strike, we have above current price, we have the 1450, the 1500, and the 1550. Okay. If you click right here, you can see the deltas. Everything under 15 is safe, is a safe delta pretty much. So the most out of the money we have right here is a 1500. Let's take a look now at SyncQuote. If we go to SyncQuote, we're gonna sell a call for the 17th. Look at how many we have. We have a 1450, 1500. We have a 1525, amazing. A 1550, 1600, all the way to 1700. And you can see the further you go from the current Ethereum price, the less premium you get. Okay. And if you click right here, you'll see the delta is 1. Delta is 1. So almost impossible for you to lose money with this strategy, by selling this, but you're also going to collect a very, very slow amount of premium. Break even mean, what does break even means? Because once you open a position, once you sell a position, you're going to collect a premium right up front. Okay, so you're going to collect it right up front. Let me actually pull the calculator because I think it will be better to show it to you. So let's say we're going to sell this right here. We're just going to sell one contract, just so you can understand the break-even price. We're going to sell one contract, meaning that we're going to collect this 568. So meaning that you deposited whatever amount you decide, because we use leverage, so you don't have to deposit the whole. If you're gonna go, if you're not gonna do any leverage, you collect 568, but you lock in pretty much until next Friday 1550. So you lock in $1,550 until next Friday. So you have a very low return. Okay, we're not gonna be covering margin right now for this example, but you have one contract. So once you have this, you deposited the 1550, but you collected the 568. So 568. So now this is the 544 right here. This less the price. Did I do it? Did I do it right? Break even. Is actually plus. So let me do 155 plus 568. So now your break even is the strike that you had plus the premium that you collected. This premium is yours. Once you open the position, the premium is in your pocket. Even if you lose money with the position, or if you make money with the position, the premium is you get to keep it. You can even take it, transform it, like convert it to fiat and spend it. So once you add this to the current strike price, you'll get the break even, meaning that if Ethereum goes all the way to 1550, but it stays below 1555, you're still going to be profitable. But if Ethereum by next Friday, the 17th at 5 a.m. my time, is at exactly 1555 and 68 cents, you're break even. So you didn't make any money, but you didn't lose any money. So your position is going to be closed. You're going to get your collateral back, minus the 568 that you collected. Okay, so you collected right up front the 568, and you broke even because Ethereum closed at 1555. So you lose that premium in from the collateral that you deposited. Exactly. Whatever price it goes above the break even, you become in the red. You can actually see it better. You can actually visualize it better if you like visuals. If you're more of a visual guy here, if you open a position or try to open a position, a quote right here, and you can see it right here. 000 is right at 1569. After this, even if it goes 1556, you're 81 cents in the red. Can you see it? I hope it shows good. I hope you're able to see it on the live stream. So you can see whatever comes after or above the break-even price is your loss. And you can see the loss goes all the way until you get liquidated, or until if you're not using leverage, until you run out of collateral. And if you're losing average, you get liquidation price. So I hope this was same thing for Lira. You can see right here the break even is just the same thing. I was confused a little bit because if it is above strike, so if you're selling a call, you have to add the premium. If it is a put, so under the strike, you have to subtract the premium. So you can see right here that the break even is lower than the strike, and on the call side, the break even is higher than the strike. So this is what got me a little bit confused with the math in the beginning. So let's go back to your bearish situation here. If we are on Lira, we're trying to sell something because we're bearish. We want to sell something above our current price, and we want to sell something above Sleep Money Makers range. So for us will be the 1550. Okay, if you're feeling a little risky, you can go to Syncquote, and here we have the 1525, which is still inside the range. Not ideal if you want to keep, if you want to play it safe. But let's say we don't want to play safe, so we're gonna go for the 1550. The 568 here is what you're gonna get. This is for one contract. We can make more out of it. We can make more out of it. We can squeeze this these options by using leverage. We can squeeze the juice out of it, the premium out of it. So what we do is we go and we put how much collateral we're gonna deposit. I usually go from 50 to 50. So right now I have 1632. So I'm not gonna put 1632 in collateral. I'm gonna put 1600 rounded. I like to keep it rounded. So eventually when we collect more premium and we have, let's say 1675, then I go for 1650 in collateral. I like to have some money there in case I can I need to close a position for a loss, or in case I need to play some hedging with the markets, whatever it is. So I like to keep some money, so I run these numbers as collateral. So let's say right now I put 1600 as collateral. And you can see there's a bar right here. We don't touch the bar. We try to play it. We do some maths here to do to try to figure out how much leverage we can go for. So let's say we go for 3, and meaning that I'm still gonna keep 1600 in collateral, but I'm gonna get more than I should, or more than it is supposed to if you are one-to-one collateralized. So with 3, we're going to collect $17 because we're selling 3 contracts, but we're still going to keep this 1600 collateral. So if we do some quick maths here, we can figure out how much leverage we're using if we're selling 3. So how much would we actually need to be fully collateralized? It's simple. You multiply the contracts by the strike. Okay? So if we have the 1550 and we multiply that by 3, which we for us to be fully collateralized, we need $4,650. But we either don't have this money, or we don't want to get to put 5 grand there. We don't want to lock 5 grand there. So if we divide this by the 1600, we get the number that is the leverage. So we are 3x leverage here. 3x almost, 2.9. We can round it up to 3. So with this scenario right here that we're running, you're gonna get 1755 and your leverage 3x. Okay, and you get a liquidation price. Once you go for leverage, you get a liquidation price, meaning this is the risk that you're taking. If Ethereum goes up, so you're bearish, but if Ethereum goes against your prediction and it goes up to 1871, you get liquidated, meaning all the collateral that you have, it gets taken by Lyra. Okay, my wallet just disconnected here. Let me just super helpful, thanks. What are you personally doing this week based on the range? Okay, so let me show you to what I currently have open, because I opened it this morning. So this morning, looking right here, portfolio, this should be settled right now. As I said, this is margin mode. We still have to fix some things, but I already collected this. It's just still showing as selling here on this position. So this position is already in my pockets, but I opened a 15 call. Okay, so I sold a 15 call, 1500 call, which is very risky. And you can see I'm already in the red, because when I sold, Ethereum was at 1380, something like that. It was this morning, and now Ethereum is at 1421. So I have this open because I'm also bearish, just like you. I am also bearish, but this one is a risky position. I am very leveraged because I have 1800 in collateral, and I'm shorting 6. So if we actually do the math right here, I should be using, I should have I should need 9K for me to be fully collateralized, but instead I only have 1800. So I am 5x leveraged here in this position. But margin mode here works a little bit different because it is a whole portfolio leverage instead of just a position leverage. So I have an account health. So my account health factor right now is not too bad. I don't think I'm gonna get liquidated anytime soon. As long as I have more than $1,200 here, I won't get liquidated. So this is my position on Syncquote. On Lyra, I'm most likely gonna sell the 1550 as well. Just like I was showing that to you right now. Maybe I'm gonna play it a little bit safer. I think actually this one is good. 3x leverage should be enough. 16, 17. We're collecting the delta is 12, so we're safe here in the delta. I think this is a pretty reasonable position, to be honest. Pretty reasonable position. Another thing that I use is the gamma charts, the gamma range, which you can look on Ember Data. If you go to emberdata.io, they have very useful data. You can check the gamma ranges right now. This is for today, and you can check the gamma ranges by expiration, which is what we like to do here. I think 2 live streams ago, if anyone remembers, 2 live streams ago, we explained these gamma ranges. So you can see right now there's a very strong, right now it is a resistance, right? Yeah, we have a very strong resistance, gamma resistance at 1450. So this should keep Ethereum under that 1450. But of course, if it breaks, the next resistance is going to be a 1600, but it is a very feeble one, so not even worth to considering. But again, I am very bullish, and we have negative gamma here, 1350 and 1400. So Ethereum should be playing inside this range right here. This is the range that I'm thinking Ethereum will stay for the week. But I thought you would only lose if the price would go above 1500 in this case. That's a really good question. I am in the red for 2 reasons. Okay. The premium of an option is always changing. Okay. It changes according to the Greeks, according to what the market thinks Ethereum is going to go, or whatever asset we're trading is going to go. So there's a price when I enter. And when you enter, if you look at Lyra is way better to showcase this. If we go to advanced here, you can see that we have 2 prices. Every time we have 2 prices. We have the ask and the bid. So when you open a position, when you sell a position, you see there's a difference in spread right here. So you open one side, but then the P&L that you get shown is from the other side. So as right at the gate, when you open a position, you're gonna have a negative P&L. Okay, why are you gonna have a negative P&L? Because of the spread. The spread that you see is not the spread that you paid to open the position. Okay, the spread that you see in your portfolio is not gonna be the same one that you're gonna get once you close the position. So the spread is what makes you in the red right out of the gate when you open a position. And another reason is, if, for example, I opened my position when Ethereum was at 1381. Okay, how much did I pay for it at that time? I paid $8.31. This is the price that I didn't pay. I collected $8.31. So this was my my average. My average price is at $8.31. But since then, Ethereum went towards my strike. So it went towards the 1500, meaning that the price of the option got expensive, got more expensive. If we actually check it right now, the 1500 for 17. So sell 1500. So if we check it right now, instead of the $8 that I paid for, it is worth $12. So that difference between the price that it was when I opened the position and the price that it is right now is my P&L. What makes it profitable for us is by expiration date. So by the 17th, it stays under 1500. Okay. if by next Friday it stays it between the 17 the 1500, then yes, the premium is always gonna be shrinking all the way to zero. Okay, so but in the meantime, it's not gonna be linear. It's gonna have ups and downs. On Lira, it shows. Let me open the position history. This one right here. You can see it. Look, it kept going down, but because it moved towards my strike, then it rallied up. We can try to see if there's another one here, a little bit better to showcase. That has, see, it is not a straight down line. It is not straight down. As you can see, this is a 1500 put that I sold. If I sold it at $11, a couple of hours later, it was at $19. So my P&L, even if it is an open position, so I haven't settled that position yet. It is unrealized profits or losses is going to show in the red. Okay. What counts for us sellers is how Ethereum is on expiration date. If you wanna close it before, then yes, the P&L that you're gonna take in consideration is the current one that you see. So if I wanna close it right now, this is the P&L that I'm currently gonna see. But once it expires, you're gonna see the full P&L if it is inside the or under the strike that you sold or above the strike that you sold, depending if it is a call or put. So I hope this was able to clear your mind. If it isn't, I'll try to explain it a little bit different. Sometimes it gets confusing, but yes, it gets red because it is not a linear up or down in price of the option. The price of the option is always volatile between when you open it and when it gets expired. It is a roller coaster. So this is why it is risky. So right now you see it went to 29. It was 30 something, went to 29 because it is reflected from the movements that the underlying asset does. So I think my option for this week, let's just trade it because we are already at 5:45 my time. I'm gonna open the 1550. So I'm gonna go here, simple. Sell a call. You can see the premium already is already less than it was before. So let's run these numbers again. 1600. We're gonna go 3.2 maybe. We can go 3.5. What I look for is this number right here. I want to get very far away from the current price so I don't get liquidated. So I play it safe with this number right here. 1776. It is how far? 1776 is 25% from current price. So this is my liquidation price. It is 25% away from what it currently is. So I think we can go all the way to 3.9. 1716. $17.16 21%. I think that's fine. We're gonna collect $19.67. So we run the numbers here to see how much that would be ROI for us. So how do we do that? We do 1991 and we divide this by the 1600, which is our collateral. So we're gonna be making 1.2% this week if the option goes in our favor. So if it expires worthless by next Friday, which since we are bearish should be, right? We want Ethereum to stay under 1550. So if that's the case, actually we want it to stay under 1555 because that's the break even as we explained before. So this is it. I'm gonna click on sell. I'm gonna approve the transaction. You can see that we spend more time just chatting, but if I wasn't here trying to explain that to you, if I wasn't here trying to make it understandable, it will be up 5 minutes of my day. And you can see, as I mentioned before, the spread, the profit loss just starts right at the bat red because of the ask and bid price difference that we have. So this is the option for the week. So what do we do right now? Easy. We go right here to our dandy options tracker. We go to option history and we just add it there. So today is, you double click right here. Today is the 10th and we're selling it for the 17th. We're gonna sell Ethereum. How many did we do? 3.9, 519 average. So 3.9. We put, what was it, 1550 call. And here we did 519, was it? Yeah, 519. And the closing price, we're not going to add it right now because the closing price should be 0 for us. And I'm just going to update that once I have the next Friday. So I'm just going to update it next Friday. And as collateral, we put 1600 here. So we're making that 1.2% if we were not leveraging. So if we had the full amount of collateral, we would only be making 1.33%. So now that we put this right here, automatically our dashboard will fill up the things. So you see I was $69 negative in March. Now I got that number a little bit better. This is the spreadsheet. This is very, very easy. Here the average yield is always going to be rebalancing, always going to be adjusting these numbers as well, because these numbers are projected from the current price, current capital that we have in our wallets. Okay, so these numbers are projections, always bound to change a little bit. So if we don't have any questions, we're going to end it for today. I hope this was very helpful. As you saw yesterday, Andy started trading options. Andy started selling options, and we're gonna get him on board of crypto options as well. Okay, it's gonna be very fun, very educational. I'll try to be as good as a teacher as Colin was. Colin did an amazing job. Andy also was doing was asking amazing questions. So it was very helpful for people who were starting to learn about crypto options. Again, if you're part of the Sleep Money Club, you have free access to my course. If you want to be part of the Sleep Money Club, you can check the first link right here in the description, or second, I don't know, it's the WAP link. And over there, you get access to our Discord. Very useful because it is not only about crypto options. We have Degen stuff if you're into that sort of thing. We have mining, we have stocks, options, TradFi options. We have mining, everything. So a lot of things, very nice things that we have here in the Sleep Money Club. It is worth your money. Very, very much worth your money. Every cent that you spend on it. So not even for me, just because there's a bunch of awesome teachers, awesome people there that are trying to help you achieve your goals, your financial goals. So I don't have anything to talk about anymore. I hope this was helpful. Let me actually go to this one right here, so I can read messages if we have any more messages. So if not, thank you so much for your time. Almost 1 hour, 50 minutes. That was amazing. Thank you for being so patient, for being so kind. I hope it helped. Austin, I hope this was helpful for you. If you still have any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM on Discord or on Twitter. For everyone, not only for Austin. My DMs are always open, always helpful, always willing to help you with whatever you need. So thank you, Sleep Money Maker, as always, for the data, for providing this awesome tool, this awesome indicator. Thank you, Herman. Thank you, who was here before? Mort, James. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing end of the week. I'll see you guys next Friday, maybe before, if we have any more movement like we did this week. All right. See you guys. Take care. More movement like we